Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, or good night, if whatever time period you're listening to this podcast. My name is Juan Lozada. I'm excited. I'm grateful that you're tuning in. This is going to be my second podcast, and I'm just really excited to share with you guys another message that I hope that can encourage you, that can uplift you, that can help you through your week. Although I did say I was going to do this every week, sadly last week was really busy for me. I enjoyed last week, as much as sometimes your seasons are very busy, but you got to make the best of them. I'm actually out here in California continuing my my education. And I'm just really just excited to really be with you guys and share with you guys another message. Like I said, I am going to try to do this every week. And I'm just really trying to figure out the schedule thing. I really want to post it perhaps Sundays or Mondays, depending on what I go ahead and choose to do. But without further ado, I give you guys my second podcast. The title is called Grow from Your Past, Live in the Present, and Have Vision for the Future. So, without further ado, here it goes. Now, the first part is grow from your past. Now, I know that sometimes we don't like to go ahead and dig up the past because it brings a lot of bad memories. It brings a lot of past hurt, a lot of pain that you might have gone through, and a lot of burdens that you might have had to carry throughout the years. But I think that it is very healthy for us to go ahead and look into the past so that we can bring a brighter future. Now, the first point that I do want to point out is failures have an amazing insight. They help you grow. Don't look at them as setbacks. Rather, they will help propel you to your destiny. I do believe that there is power in the failures that you had, because many of us go through life and we just continue to go in a cycle and cycle and cycle. And if we don't learn from those mistakes, we will continue to go in a cycle until we learn to break them and learn from them. Now, God will allow you to be tested. I need you to understand that God will test you, will allow you to be tested. God won't test you, sorry about that. But God will allow you to be tested in such a manner that you will have to be molded, that your character will have to change, that there has to be things in your life that you need to administer and balance out so that you will not fail in the same area and that you will grow from. But never will he give you more than what you can handle. And I think that's the beautiful part of truly just giving it all to God, because when we give our past failures, he will use them to glorify and shine and really kind of just uplift you in a certain manner, that those past failures won't hurt you anymore, but rather you would have learned a valuable lesson from them. Now, my second point is, don't flaunt your past victories or your past achievements. See, I think that many people, as I get older, the more I talk with people, sometimes I hear them say, and this is very popular, I think that, and I hope that you can agree, that many of them say, back in my day, etc., etc., etc. And this can be a bad habit, because some people tend to live in the past. They tend to say, I was the greatest, or I was the best at this certain position, or I used to do this, or this was my daily routine. And I think that can be very devastating if we don't allow our past to really just stop having those past victories and have our new ones. And my pastor actually says this a lot to me. I want to say almost every time I see him, he says, your best is yet to come. And I think that that's the most uplifting, that's the most encouraging, that's the most loving thing that anyone can tell you, that your best is yet to come, that your past victories aren't the best victories that you've had. Your achievements, your goals that you have set and you have achieved aren't the best. That your best is yet to come. Now, along with having failures or victories within your past, a lot of people have this notion of environment versus nurture according to bringing into your present. Now, I do believe that you can be who you want to be. If you want to see change, you can change. It's just a matter of perseverance and commitment to who you want to be. I don't think that your environment it obviously had part to do in who you are now, or even your nurture, the way that you grew up, or the way that your parents brought you up. I think that has a lot to do with it. But I do have to say that I believe in the power of change and in the power of wanting to be who you want to be. Don't let other people tell you, or other environments or atmospheres tell you who you need to be. You may be a product of who you want to be, not of your environment and not of your nurture. If you want to change your present, you must learn from the past. Now, if you want to see change in your present, you must change habits, attitude. Sometimes you're going to have to change your friends. Sometimes you're going to have to change your mindset. I want to tell you that 40% of the habits are in daily activities. So those bad or good habits, they're going to appear within 40% of your daily activities. Now, the second point is living in the present. And I think that there are 3 points that I do want to hit here, and I want to point them out really quick. Is enjoyment in our lives, positivity in our mentality, and balance. And I have a question. What does this really mean? Now, my first point is the world enjoyment. The world tries to steal our joy. I want to tell you that in our everyday lives, something or someone will try to come and try to rob us from enjoying our lives. Live in the moment. Tomorrow is not promised. You don't know how many times that I have heard stories or even friends, personal friends of mine, that they do not wake up the next day, that they don't make it to tomorrow, because in our reality, our life could be gone in an instant. Tomorrow is not promised. Gratefulness is the only way to truly enjoy your life. Your enjoyment has a lot to do with your gratefulness. They go hand in hand. If you are grateful, you will enjoy your life. If you are not grateful, you will not enjoy your life, because you will start to see on what people have to see rather than what you are living. My second point is positivity within your mentality. There was a time, still catch yourself being negative. What does that mean? I mean to say that within positivity on itself is a habit. I see it as a habit, not more of an attitude, because when we have these negative thoughts or negative comments to say, we catch ourselves being negative, yet we try to change it into positivity. Now, within that statement, I want to add that a good habit can become a bad habit within 21 days. Did you know that? It takes 21 days to change one habit. So if you repeatedly do that habit, or in this case, being positive for 21 days, you will start to have that, you will have had that develop into an actual habit, and you will be doing this for the majority of the time. But look into positivity and music. Feed your soul. with positivity, hear messages that bring positivity to your life, bring music that brings positivity to your life. Now, this word positivity isn't like a, let's say, per se, a biblical word. I think that when I look into positivity, it has a lot to do with peace. When we are positive, there has to be a certain peace within our soul, within our heart, within our mind, that we should and be able to provide this wonderful thing called peace of God. And when we have that peace and that gratefulness, we will allow our positivity to really change on our outlook. Now, my last point is have vision for the future. And I just emphasize this so much because I truly do believe in the power of having vision for your life. Having vision really opens the doors to our future, to the next level, or to our growth. I think without vision, you will never grow. Without vision, you will never get to another level, and without vision, you will not have a future. Now, I did want to break these down into short, mid, and long term. My first one is a short term. It's and I looked this up, and it said a short term goal consists of 2 to 3 weeks. Now, what do you want to see in 2 or 3 weeks from now? I know that sounds like a little bit of time, but what is it that you really want to see change? Maybe it's a habit that you would want to see change. Maybe it's the diet that you're eating, or perhaps you want to go to the gym and actually work out for 2 hours a day, or maybe just even 1 hour a day. Maybe it's to go out on a jog, or even have family time. I think that that's so important, especially in today's age. I think that we should spend time with the people we love, and I'm not talking about spending it perhaps eating out or being at home. I think that technology is running a lot of our families, and I think that when we go into a personal level and we leave technology out and we just really enjoy each other's company, I think that there's power in that. So what do you want to see in a short period of time? Now, your midway, or mid term goal would be 2 to 3 months. Now, that is starting to get a little bit more of a bigger spectrum of 2 to 3 months. So it would be from right now it's August, September, October, and November. What do you want to see by Thanksgiving? Perhaps you've seen a family member and you want to say, look, I want to have perhaps my career started within now to November or Thanksgiving. Or maybe you want to see a financial growth and you want to start saving up. Perhaps you could do that within those 2 to 3 months. I think that really having a craft is something that everyone has, because everyone has a talent or a gift. And I don't really emphasize this a lot, but I do want to start talking about our talents and gifts. I think that we are given these gifts and talents by God in order to use them, but in order to use them, we must develop them. And a lot of us don't want to go into that place of solitude and really just hone our craft and work on it and just really be alone with our talents and gifts. But perhaps you want to work more on your craft. Maybe it's something physical, or maybe it's even a pleasure. Maybe you want to go on a vacation from now to November, and then that's okay. I think that we should enjoy our lives, and if we are able to, we should. Now, our long term goals are 3 and plus years. What do you want to see in your career? Do you want to have a career by then? Do you want to have a financial, perhaps, safety net of saving account, or have an education? Maybe you want to get a degree that you never got. Maybe you want to get your associates or bachelor's. Maybe you want to see your family just be really connected within unity and loving each other, showing each other compassion, and just a functional way of living. Maybe you want to see your talent really sprout. Or maybe it is that you want to have that six pack by then, or you want to be in the best shape of your life. Whatever it is, I hope that you can really set your short, mid, and long term goals. That you really sit down and you write down what you want to see change. Because when we write something down, I think that it's activating something in our minds to say, this is my goal, now let's do it. Now to finish this off, I did have this I went into the internet and I looked up how what should I have set of my what should I have set within goals? What should I set? And so a list came up and a lot of fun things came up. I want to give you guys some ideas into what you should have within mid, short, and even long-term goals. Maybe you want to visit a new continent. How amazing do you think that it would be to visit a new continent? I think that experiencing new culture, or even going out to see your family that you haven't seen, is such a beautiful thing. It really, relaxes you, and you just really take a new perspective on things. But not only that, I'm a very big food fanatic. So if you go to places, you have to try new food. Another one is go skydiving or go bungee jumping. I think that this really exfoliates our safety net or our comfort zone. Like, who would have thought that you would have gone skydiving or bungee jumping? Just really go out there and really face your fears. Another one was boost your financial stability. Maybe you want to be more financially stable, and that's amazing. That's perfect, and you definitely should. Something else was, develop a habit of daily exercise. Maybe you do want to do that, or maybe get in the best shape of your life. Imagine that. Imagine being 20, I don't know, 5 or perhaps even now, being in the best shape of your life at 30 years old, or even 35. You see yourself and you say, I'm in the best shape of my life. Another one was which I found was really good, was write a letter to yourself. Imagine sitting down, listing your goals, and looking back 5 years from now, or even 5 months from now, and say, look, I've accomplished this and I've accomplished that. Another one that I found was, which spoke volumes to me, was help homeless. You don't know how many times I have gone out and I've fed the homeless, and I've gotten so much a wonderful feedback from my own self, because it really lets you see how grateful you should be in your own life for having the things that you have, for having the people that you have. So go out and help someone in need. And I think that will help you a lot. So in all reality, I want to finish off with this. And this was the last one on the list. It says, spend a night under the stars. How many times have you just sat down and really just took in what life had to offer, and really thought about how grateful you are to have what you have, to have the people that you have in your life? I think that many of us are so busy with our schedules and so busy doing what we need and what we want to do with our lives that we never sit down and enjoy life. And this is my podcast, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you guys some material that you can use for your life. And so in all reality, this was all I really had. I hope you enjoyed it. And God bless you. And I will see you on our next podcast. And I hope these just keep getting better, and just really comment, subscribe, and share, whatever it is. I just really want to hear your feedback. Thank you guys so much. Peace. Now, my last point is